Alright, here we go. So we're going to go through the basic functions of FP2, how to log in and access the most common information that everybody's going to be using. So first of all, you've logged in to Citrix either at the station or at home. You've opened up the FP2 application. This is what it's going to bring you to. You want to use the user pull down, find your name, and we're going to go in as a fictional character today. Passwords are set default to fire. Once we get in, we can change that. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is go ahead and change that password. So file, change password, put in the old one, type in your new password. If you happen to forget your new password, that's fine, just contact us so we can reset it for you. Alright, once you get it all up and running, click on the little station icon here, and that's going to bring up the main window. Any applications that are colored, you have access to. Anything that's grayed out, it means either you don't have access or we don't have those applications included within our FirePro system. So I'm going to go ahead and use the one that everybody from cadet right up to admin uses, and that's the personnel. So we'll click on that. That's going to bring up your personnel file. So in here you can confirm all the details, all the information, your firefighter number, that's what you use to log into Moodle, that's your username. So your name, address, phone number, email. If any of this information is incorrect, please email and let us know what needs to be changed. You don't have the ability to make changes, but let us know and we will make those changes. Under the personnel primary, we have family, next of kin information. Under general, date of birth, then we have driver's license information. Again, we want to make sure that this is all correct. Your class designation would be if you have any endorsements, such as your Q endorsement. We don't have anything other sizes right now. And if we look at health and jump down to health events, this is where we keep a record of audiometric testing and physical fitness testing completed. And very simply, the date that it was done. For audiometric, was it completed? And physical fitness, was it passed or not? These are both tests that have to be completed every year. Let's jump up to our next primary tab here, employment. So you'll see the date of hire. We have this box here, PMOS, previous months of service, and this is where we can include months of service for another department or departments prior to joining Lac-La-Biche County Fire Services. So in this case, this character, John, had 60 months or 5 years of previous service, and we were able to put that in there. Your rank, station you're assigned to. Next, I'm going to jump all the way down to this tab here, compensation, and this is where there'll be a record of any and all of your timesheets. So if we click on the timesheet we want to look at, here we go, we've got June's, a couple of ways to view it. I'm just going to send it straight to the screen, press OK, and there it is. So from here you can print it off, you can email it, do whatever you need to do with your timesheets. If you don't have that timesheet anymore and you want it, you can go in and you can get it. Alright, this next tab, this is the important one. This is the one that needs to be looked at every month. So this is attendance. You can change your search parameters. So it defaults to this month. And this is where we need to make sure that we have actually been tagged to the files that we need to be tagged to. Am I included in the incidents that I have responded to? If you're not sure what a file is, simply double click on it and it'll open up that file. So I can see this is a July 3rd call that NBC and behind Marsax. Time comes up as minutes. Now for incidents, this is reported in minutes and not as hours. And then this does get rounded up. There are a few rules that get applied once the timesheets are run at the end of the month. And that is that there's a base of 60 minutes. And then after that it goes up to the nearest quarter, rounding up. And if you're the report writer, there's an additional 30 minutes that's tagged onto that as well. So this first file would actually get paid out for 75 minutes or 1¼ hours, and this one would actually get paid out for 60 minutes, which is the minimum of 1 hour. Training, this one's a little bit different. So this is any training files or work duty files that you've been tagged to, and they're reported as hours. So in this case, it's a flat 2 hours. Again, if I don't know what the file is, double click on it and I can have a look. If you're not included, if there were some other training events that you were supposed to have been included in, they're not showing up here, you're responsible for contacting the individuals that were leading those training events or work duties. They're the ones who would have filed the report, and the same with the incidents. Okay. And lastly, public education. So if you have been involved with any public education events, station tours, visits to the schools, any of our drive-bys, those will show up in here. Okay, so once again, we've got our personnel application, your personal information, your timesheets under compensation, and most importantly, your attendance. So this is something you should be checking every month to verify that in fact you are in the files you need to be included in. And lastly, one thing I'll mention here as well is if you're in no pay. So this is where you can go into the actual file and just confirm that it is a no pay. So in this case, John is down as no pay, so he's not going to get paid for this file, but the minutes do count towards his annual requirements.